Today we're pleased to be joined by Gerald Bledsoe, who is a member of the County Commission in Gibson County, and he's running for re-election. We've got Tara Barney with the Southwest Indiana Chamber and Patty Manova with the Gibson County Chamber on board with us today. And at this point in time, I'm going to turn the conversation over to Tara to get us started, and welcome everyone.
And I'm going to allow the ball to Patty.
Oh.
Patty's going to ask the first question.
All right, thank you, Tara. So, Gerald, this is a question for you. While there's still work to be done on I-69 to the north of us and the bridge to the south of us, our county, Gibson County, the construction is complete. So the focus is now on the land nearby and how it will be developed. Tell us how you have supported development near the interstate and how you plan to ensure the investment made in that transportation project creates the most substantial positive difference in our community.
Well, we was very lucky when I-69 was built. I made many trips to Indianapolis talking to the governor, trying to get more than one interchange because they wanted to go only one interchange. And I was able to accomplish getting 3 interchanges at each one of our state highways that intersect with it, and 64, 168, and 68. So by having 3 interchanges, we knew that after we achieved that this was going to be something good for Gibson County. Even for the local traffic, it's good. We have several lots, we have several fields at all 3 intersections that people are willing to sell or let go. And we have, let's use the State Highway 64 and the 69 interchange. We have high-speed internet, Smithville internet that goes under that intersection that can be tied into, and ATT is under there. So they have the choice of either one, but they are high-speed internet. Also, we signed a contract on Tuesday where we opened bids and let out the contract to have a line ran from Francisco Sewer Plant to the State Highway 64 and 69 interchange. So we'll have sewer there. Now it's not for industrial, it's commercial size, but it is a start. We let out a contract almost 2 years ago to have a company, BLN out of Indianapolis, do the engineering report for I-69. We'll run a line, it's almost completed, and then we'll go into the phase of financing and letting out the bids. But Francisco Sewer Plant will be at State Highway 64. Open City Sewer, we'll run a line from Open City for 168 and 69, and we'll run from Hobstadt to Highway 68 and 69. So sewer is always a big deal on interstates, and we've got it covered and water is there at all 3 interchanges. So we're in good shape on that. Now, like I said, we've got property, we've got 2 pieces of ground that we can put big size industry in. So we're ready, utilities wise and land. I'm on the bridge over the Ohio committee for the state of Indiana, and I've been working with that, and it's getting close now. We're down to financing is all that's left. So we've picked a site, so we're ready to put that bridge in whenever the money's there.
I'm happy to hear that, sir. I'll tell you, I spent a lot of my time on that bridge. I'd like to kind of stay on the money topic, if I might, and just recognize that Gibson County is certainly going to be facing some budget challenges from the pandemic, and I'd be interested to know what priorities of yours you want to make sure either are protected or get increased funding, where we need to put our emphasis, and where you see opportunities to maybe pull that funding from, any adjustments you see.
Well, we've already received a $250,000 grant for businesses of the, that's in the county. We also, through economic development, got one for the city of Princeton and the city of Oakland City. I think Oakland City got a $150,000. Things like that, I think, have to go on. That was through OCA grants out of the state. And those have to go on for the businesses to keep them alive until we're through this, and nobody knows how much longer. As far as the county goes, I think the money, things are dropping. We're going to drop, like our county garage will drop $1 million. The county commissioners will probably go down somewhere in the same range. And so you've got to keep looking for new avenues. But the grants are more popular now than they was before. So I think it'll even out. You just have to do a lot more, jump through more hoops and do more paperwork.
That makes good sense. Patty, you want to take a question?
Yeah. So Gerald, I know that the quality of life is very important for citizens in Gibson County, and the business and civic community have set goals to increase the total population of our region with particular emphasis on those in the 20 to 34-year-old age group. What sort of programs or infrastructure investment programs do you believe can be made to attract more people to our area?
Well, ever since I got in, I thought that 12 years ago, I thought that was a very important thing in Gibson County. I'm going to start out with the county park. We was able to start a park, and we've got playground equipment. We got an open shelter house. We got walking paths. It is south of Francisco, and now we put in for a grant for a lake, and it's a huge lake. It's going to be put in there, and we're about 90% sure that we're going to get that grant. So when that does happen, we'll put the lake in, and it's really going to be a nice base. Oakland City College already uses that grounds for a long distance track run. So marathon. So that's already started. But we've got so many other things attracting people in. We've got Vincennes University campus is at Front Branch. And there is so many, you've got the college kids taking their normal courses in college, but we've got adult education going on daily. We've got contractors now that teach their contractors in the area new skills once a week or once a month. You've got the university built that new facility behind their main building that now all the firemen in southern Indiana now go to there for their state training through VU. The mine has used that where all the underground miners now go there for their training and ongoing training. So we've got a lot of people using that university. We've got people using now Oakland City University that built a new sports complex and they built new dorms. They've got 2 new dorms now built, and they're doing adult education also, which is fantastic. Then you've got Ivy Tech that's right south of Princeton that built and doing college courses, but they also now are doing adult education. Economic Development donated $600,000 to help get the welding program. That's just an example of many things going on out there. And now all the businesses in the county are using that for training. But we also have at Front Branch, we built, an investor came in and built a 164 unit apartment house. It's like a campus and it's very nice, very elegant. It's not your normal apartments. And besides that, we have new apartments going up on the south end of Princeton. We have housing going, I think there's 18 houses with lots and housing going up there. We have 2 subdivisions, the Culberstein subdivisions, which is west of Princeton. I think there's 72 lots there. And I'd say that probably 12 houses that's up and going, and some of them's already have people living in them. So housing is getting a lot better in Gibson County. We might have been the lowest amount of houses for sale for many years, but now we're getting new housing. So that's a good thing. We also have a 48 apartment in Hobstadt that was added on to. So we have many things going on in housing, and in the way that somebody moves in, the level of the people have changed. They don't want to just go to work and then on the weekend rest. When they get off work on a Friday night, they want something to do till Sunday night. And that's going back to that better living. The ViewTech that built on 550 East next to Highway 41, they put a learning center in the back of their factory. And they're going to add another building in the back of that. Economic development helped them come in. We ran a sewer line to Funk Branch and tied into their system, which helped Funk Branch out. But what is going on at ViewTech, they're going to bring in eventually, once they get this all set up, and going to train all their salary employees and all the employees for a training program there on site for the whole United States. They'll be flying in the people all the time to train there. It's really a big deal.
That's great. Wow.
Bushuku, we helped them add on to the back of their building and put a training center in that. And now they're training all their people on site. So there's been a lot of things going on in Gibson County. I've applied for grants for better internet in our rural areas. And I think that's the #1 area, especially this year with the kids being out and have to study from home and stream their classes. But if we can get one of these grants and get the internet up in the rural areas as good as it is inside the towns, I think we've done a big step.
Well, that is a great summary. We don't know each other all that well, but I've been in the region for 2 years, and I've really admired the active work that's going on in Gibson County, especially in housing. I do want to ask one more quick question, because I think that it's been the hot topic lately, and that's the zoning changes or the addition of zoning. Can you just give me your perspective and tell me what you think is next in that whole space?
Well, I'm very excited about zoning. We have the weakest, we've installed zoning. We have the weakest zoning in the state of Indiana. It is just for land use. We do not have building codes. Contractors do not have to register to be a zoning contractor or a county contractor. And if you live in a residence, very, very little changes. People get scared and think their taxes are going up. It's not going up. You don't have to get a permit to plant a tree. Anything silly, it doesn't happen. If you lived on a residence in the county, there's nothing that you have to do different. The same thing goes for farming up to a point. Now, if you're going to build a certain type of animal storage processing, then yes, you would have to get a permit. But anything that's small or your normal farming operation, it is not included in that. So, but now we have the protection where if something wants to move in your area, it could be a landfill, it could be, I'm going to use like a chemical plant is another one that people have problems with. If anything moves, but if it's just going to be a subdivision that moves in the side of you and you are worried about your road handling the traffic or your water drainage coming off of it onto your property, these issues will all be looked at, and they have to go through the procedures of going through the surveyor's office on a surface water ordinance that's in the zoning. And farmers have been fighting for this for years, to have a surface water ordinance, because somebody can build a huge parking lot, the water off of it ends up in their field, and nobody has to, they don't care, and that's not right. So with the protections now that zoning have put in, a lot of people are learning that this is protection for what they own. And yes, they don't care if somebody comes in around them, if they're going to take care of everything and not make the burden on them.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, because I think it's been an active conversation topic, and it's great to have your perspective on that. I know we're kind of tight on time. Anything else that we need to cover, Sally? I sure appreciate this conversation. It's nice to hear your thoughts on things, sir.
No, I think this has been really valuable. So, Mr. Bledsoe, unless if you have anything else to add in, 30, 60 seconds, otherwise I think we're good to go.
Unless we have 3 hours, I could talk the whole 3 hours. But I don't think you want that. I do want to say thank you for letting me be on, and anytime.
Well, thank you. We'll do a 3-hour one soon.
Thanks, Gerald.
Have a good
Thank
day.
you so much.